INEOS chief faces tough decisions over which players and coaches will remain in charge. Gary Neville and Keane have debated whether Manchester United should keep Erik Ten Hag as manager. When Sir Jim Ratcliffe finally completes his £1.25 billion minority share buyout, the two former Man United stars were joined by Carragher and Ian Wright as they assessed which players the club should keep, who is their last chance, and who should be eliminated. INEOS chief Ratcliffe will soon complete control of football operations at Old Trafford by purchasing a 25% stake in United for £1.25 billion. This has led to speculation about changes the British billionaire might make once he finally takes over the minority shares. A win over Chelsea in midweek saw Ten Hag's side move to within 3 points of Manchester City in fourth. But United have struggled for much of the season. Former Premier League stars Gary Neville, Keane, Carragher and Ian Wright have given their views on which players should stay at Old Trafford. After a minority takeover, Sir Jim Ratcliffe's £1.25 billion investment in Manchester United has yet to be officially confirmed. Quartet disagree over whether Erik Ten Hag should continue as United boss. Your browser does not support iframes. Problems off the field compounded individual mistakes that led to disappointing losses for the team, and, among other things, left their Champions League hopes uncertain. As a result, former United defender Neville led United's current squad in a hide last straw or ditch game with his former Premier League star friends in the latest episode of the Stick to Football podcast, although 4 were united in their views on 16 players. This unity was most prevalent among players they would be happy to see back. Among them were Jadon Sancho, Anthony Martial, Christian Eriksen, Raphael Varane, Victor Lindelof and Jonny Evans. Summer loan signing Sofyan Amrabat was another player that Neville and company unanimously decided to pass on despite being only a few months into his career at the club. At the other end of the spectrum were Alejandro Garnacho, Rasmus Hojlund, Bruno Fernandes, Lisandro Martinez, Kobbie Mainoo and Mason Mount. Marcus Rashford eventually took a compliant hold, but not before some hesitation from Keane, who believed the 26-year-old needed to start showing consistency. Raphael Varane and Victor Lindelof are two players Neville and company want Ratcliffe to give up on. His arrival at Old Trafford Group united in decision to put aside Anthony Martial and Sofyan Amrabat. This is the whole package. His personality and mood change. A talented player. Off the field he's experiencing the declines we always talk about in his self-confidence. It seems constantly with him. Just show up every week and do the work. The group was most divided over the manager. Both Red Devil legends decided to keep the Dutchman and decided that he was the best person for this mammoth job. But while Carragher chose